Welcome again. Magnificent Humanity, Pope Leo's first encyclical or pastoral letter to the Church and to the world. And Leo is celebrating the dignity of humanity. The dignity, the value, the possibilities, everything of humankind. And he's doing this in face of AI, which we hear so much about, and in fact, which is already very operative in our lives. And Leo is very traditional in the sense that he's responding to what he perceives as a crisis for humanity. And crisis in the Japanese, it's two characters together for crisis. One means opportunity and the other means danger. And that's the understanding of crisis. Leo's in a long tradition of human endeavour, of technology. And he says technology is good. Technology is an expression of human creativity. And he's responding very much to what happened many centuries ago with the invention of the printing press. The world changed with the invention of the printing press, and human relations changed. The work situation was affected. Truth was challenged and affected, as was human freedom, because of the invention of the printing press. The same thing happened a few centuries later with the invention of the steam engine, the Industrial Revolution. Again, human work was affected. Humans became, their value supposedly was in how much they could produce. Likewise, truth was affected. Who is a human person? What is a human person? Is it simply a means of production? And freedom was taken away. The hours of work, the obligation to live in slums, the necessity to spend unlimited hours in a factory. The invention of the steam engine had positive and negative effects. And now Leo is saying it's the same with AI. AI, as we know, is an instrument. It has no moral value in itself. The only ones who have moral value as regards AI are the transnational companies who control it. And it's already operative in our lives. But it is neutral. It is good insofar as it helps here, there and everywhere. But it's also negative insofar as it negatively affects work situations for so many people. We heard just the other day that I think it was Meta has fired something like 7,000 employees. It also affects truth. We know with the algorithm, the AI will keep feeding us what it thinks we like. And so whether it's true or not, we will come to believe what it feeds us. And it also affects our freedom. You've only got to go to a restaurant today and see a family seated around a table, and every one of them with their phone. They're not talking. They're not talking about the food. They're not talking about one another. They're not talking about their world. They're with their phone. They're not relating. They're unfree. And that's what I wanted to share a little bit today. I've got the usual phone here, nothing startling, but on it is Siri. Now I can ask Siri, there you are, for whatever information I want, and Siri will give it to me. And sometimes afterwards, I get the information, I'll say thank you. And Siri will say, you're welcome. There's no feeling, there's no emotion, there's no sentiment, there's no value in that at all. It's just a machine responding to what has been fed into it. Or likewise, my other visual aid is these Wayfarer glasses. Now they are built by Ray-Ban and designed by Meta. Now this can read a page for me. It can give a summary of a page if I ask it. But as the lady who introduced me to it in Vision Australia said, be very clear about what you ask, because it's an idiot. In other words, it doesn't think, it doesn't reason, it simply responds to information that has been fed into it. But likewise, just as Siri can say, you're welcome, so this fella can say, when I expressed disapproval just to myself because it wouldn't read a full page, and it said, I see you are unhappy. There was no feeling in that, there was no relating, but you could be fooled. It's just a machine that is functioning according to the data or information or the like that's fed into it by people. Yeah. So that's what I want to say, and I think Leo has expressed beautifully his priority for human beings and his concern that in this situation, the dignity of human beings could easily be undermined. There is a lack of transparency in the whole business of AI. There certainly is an attempt to break that monopoly. And that's why the Pope said to one of the leaders of AI who was on the panel when he presented it, he asked for a chance to listen to one another and to engage in speaking to one another. The technicians, because the church is not a technical body, the technicians who develop and employ AI, but we do have a lot to offer as regards humanity and human relations and the dignity of man. Because let's not think that mankind can save himself through AI. Salvation is a grace and it's the fruit of love, God's love and our love for one another. So that's what I wanted to share today, because the Pope has the concern, and I think we should have the concern, and maintain our full humanity. Don't sell our face or our voice, God-given means of communication. Be aware that AI is a machine, that we are human, and we are in charge. Okay? God bless you. Have a good week, and enjoy your phones.